Penny Coulter, Chief of Protocol for the City and County of San Francisco. It is my great pleasure to spend time with most of you this week. On behalf of Mayor Daniel Lurie and the team at City Hall, we are honored to have you here to celebrate Ireland. I feel I am welcoming not just colleagues, but friends after this week. Today, more than ever, is a moment to remember the importance of personal connections and bridges. It has been the high point of my week to strengthen the bridges between Ireland and San Francisco. Bridges built in the time of the gold rush. Bridges further strengthened in the tech rush of today. It has been a particular pleasure to welcome the delegation from our sister city, Cork, led by Lord Mayor Boyle, as well as the San Francisco City Sister Committee. We so value our 4-decade-long relationship. To Council General Smith, your dedication towards expanding the relations between our countries is vital and deeply appreciated. And we thank Hilda Kassane, President of the United Irish Societies of San Francisco, for her leadership and support of today's ceremony. To mark this occasion, we offer you a Celtic knot pin, just finding it. You'll find it on your way out, as a celebration of our interconnection. Please know the City of San Francisco is always open to you. I now welcome our Master of Ceremonies, San Francisco's former and longest-serving big city fire chief, and our beloved Joanna Hayes White, to kick off the program. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to City Hall. It's a great pleasure to be back. Thank you, Penny, for the kind introduction. I'm here today to kick things off for the flag raising. As you know, all of you that are gathered, the Irish have played an integral role in shaping San Francisco across a wide variety of fields, including the arts, building, engineering, science, medicine, education, government, and my favorite, public safety. So here's to the public safety folks. And congratulations to our new chief, Dean Crispin. Dean's had a great career and will guide the city very capably. My father, Thomas Hayes, emigrated from County Limerick, Ireland in 1949, and like so many immigrants, found opportunity and a warm welcome here in San Francisco. He also found the love of his life, our mother, Patricia Brosnan, a native San Franciscan whose parents hailed from counties Cork and County Kerry. My siblings and I were raised with great pride in both our San Francisco and Irish heritage. And I'm very pleased today to have my brother Dan and his granddaughter Avery and my sister Patty here today celebrating. And I should note, my sister Patty in 1982 represented San Francisco at the Rose of Tralee Festival. So now it gives me great pleasure to introduce someone that has restored so much hope to our city. Huge challenges, but he is up to the task, and so is his team. Mayor Lurie, you're off to a great start, and I speak for many when I say thank you for stepping up and thank you for stepping in. Mayor Daniel Lurie.
I'll leave it. That's okay. Joanne, thank you. Before I get started, I want to represent our my colleagues on the Board of Supervisors, Supervisor Sauter, Supervisor Chen, Supervisor Dorsey. Have I missed any supervisors? Our Assessor Recorder, Joaquin Torres, thank you for being here and wearing such a great tie. Someone said to me as I was walking in, thank you for coming. And I was like, I work right there. So thank you all for coming. We've done a few flag raisings to date in the first 8 weeks, but but this is by far the biggest crowd that we had to move it out here. So it is an honor to welcome you to City Hall and to raise the Irish flag. I don't have to tell most of you here that San Francisco's Irish heritage runs deep. Listen to these numbers. In 1856, over 6,000 Irish immigrants had made San Francisco their home. By 1870, just 14 years later, that number had grown to over 30,000. And Jim just shared this with me also, and by 1880, nearly a third of the city's population was of Irish descent. The Irish were foundational to San Francisco, filling the ranks of the police and fire departments, holding leadership roles in public service, business, and religious institutions. Today, many of San Francisco's greatest leaders, from tech innovators to city officials, proudly call themselves Irish descendants or immigrants. Over 60,000 people of Irish descent call this city home today, continuing to shape and define San Francisco's future. On Saturday, March 15th, we will celebrate the 174th anniversary of the St. Patrick's Day Parade. It's a tradition that has brought out our community together for generations, showcasing the rich culture and history the Irish have contributed to this great city. Many of you here aren't just a part of the Irish community in San Francisco, you are a part of the broader immigrant community. So it is fitting that this year's theme of the St. Patrick's Day Parade is the immigrant's story. This reflects our city's diversity and the many stories that make San Francisco special. Today, I'm especially proud to welcome the Lord Mayor of Cork, Dan Boyle, and your delegation. It's an honor to have you with us, and we've now seen each other multiple times this week. Every time I see him, he's having a great time and learning, and I look forward to visiting you all in Cork. The relationship between San Francisco and Cork, founded 41 years ago, has continued to grow, and we look forward to deepening those bonds further. I want to thank the committee for their dedication and hard work, including the chair of the San Francisco Sister City Relationship, San Francisco-Cork Sister City Relationship, Dermot Philpott. Where's Dermot? Dermot. And by the way, I've seen Dermot multiple times this week as well. It's an honor to have you here. We also celebrate this year's parade Grand Marshal, Mark Gorman. And I want to honor the late honorary Grand Marshals, Gerald Cassidy, Margaret Marie Gaffney, and Sister Edith Hurley, whose legacies continue to inspire us all. I want to thank our Consul General from Ireland, Micheál Smith, for his continued partnership and the services your consulate provides to many residents of San Francisco. And as we both said, this might not be Irish weather that we have today, but we had a great time out on that balcony raising that flag, so it's an honor to partner with you. As we raise the Irish flag today, we not only celebrate the past, but we also look forward to the future, an Ireland and a San Francisco that continue to thrive and grow. I am filled with hope for San Francisco's future, thanks to the remarkable community and civic leaders gathered here today, whose dedication and hard work are shaping a brighter tomorrow for our city. I want to thank you all for being here. Let's make this Irish Heritage and Friendship Month a reminder of the shared values that unite us all. At this time, I'd like to invite up to the podium the Lord Mayor, the Consul General, the Grand Marshal, and Dermot. Come on up here. I'm pleased to present you all with a formal proclamation on the occasion of this National Day that this month of March will be known as the Irish American Friendship and Heritage Month in San Francisco. Let's go.
Next up, before he sits down, I'd like to ask, I believe I have the Consul General, Michal Smith, is coming up to say a few words, a few remarks. Consul General Smith, welcome.
Thank you all. Mayor Lurie, Lord Mayor Boyle, Chief of Protocol Penny Coulter, Fire Chief. I think we just arranged on the way out here that we're going to play each other in handball very soon. I heard. Grand Marshal Mark Gorman, Reverend Fathers, my consul colleagues, my friends, Achorja, Lefela Podrick, Honayev. It's a great pleasure to be here with you in this most spectacular of buildings, celebrating St. Patrick's Day, St. Patrick's Month, St. Patrick's Season. I love this day. It's gathering together to celebrate the green patch within this rich, diverse tapestry of a city. It's also a great day because I get to wear this green jacket as well. Only one of two occasions. This is the first. The second is not a themed cruise, I can assure you that, but it is actually on the parade itself on the 15th. And I want to thank the United Irish Societies, Hilda, James, Chris, all of those, Liam, everyone who's involved in threading together the St. Patrick's Day season here, and in particularly putting together the parade on the 15th. One of the oldest, one of the biggest parades in the US, in the world. And again, as the Mayor said, celebrating the immigrant story. This is a time of year that reminds us of the deep bonds that exist between Ireland and San Francisco, between Ireland and California, and indeed between Ireland and the United States of America. Bonds that span generations, from the early immigrants who built this city to the first responders who kept and continue to keep this city safe, to the innovators, to the entrepreneurs, to the builders, the nurses, the doctors, the teachers, the police, firefighters, refuse collectors that are shaping and ensuring the future of this great city. Our connections are cultural, they're musical, they're sporting, they're economic, and they're political. And they continue to grow stronger. There are many Bay Area companies that excel in the European market through Ireland, and many Irish companies that are growing here in this city and in the Bay Area. Irish-owned enterprises employ about 115,000 people in the United States. 25,000 of those are employed here in California. And US goods exported to Ireland create and employ about 430,000 people across this country. We're very proud to have a very strong Team Ireland presence here in this city, with the Consulate, with Enterprise Ireland, with IDA Ireland, with Tourism Ireland, enabling that reciprocity in economic trade and in people links. So Ireland and the US were steadfast partners. And as we reflect on a year of elections and political transitions, we remain committed to working together, closely with new administrations across the country, building on already strong relationships and ensuring our values hold true. And talking about new administrations, Mayor Lurie, thank you. In just a few weeks, we've seen the dedication, the focus, the positivity, the impact that you have brought to this city. My family, I think Claire and my daughter Sophie are here today. My three boys aren't, thank God. They're in school. But we love this city. We love living here. We have a privilege to live here. And we talk about how wonderful this city is, as many opportunities as we can. Your engagement with this community is much appreciated. And as a community and as a consulate, I thank you, Mayor Lurie. Our Taoiseach, actually, our Prime Minister, is currently packing for the United States as we speak. And he, as a proud Cork man, he sends his best regards and best wishes to you. That will be communicated more officially just before St. Patrick's Day, but just to say his regards to you. And welcome to the Lord Mayor of Cork and his delegation. All are a credit to the city, to the county of Cork. They're not shy about talking about great Cork is, as you'd all imagine, but their dedication to this sister city relationship, along with the Sister Cities Committee, is hugely commendable and greatly admired by us in the Consulate and the government. To Chief of Protocol Penny Coulter. Penny, amazing woman whose attention to detail enables her kindness and her thoughtfulness to have even more impact for us all here in the international community. Thank you, Penny, for all you've done for us since your arrival and all through the week with the Cork delegation. Thank you. And finally, as we start the St. Patrick's Day season, and as we embrace that season of celebration, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to this extraordinary community for your ongoing efforts to strengthen and honour our heritage here in this fantastic, dynamic city. We have a great Gaelic games scene out in Treasure Island. The Mayor and I meet each other regularly on the side of fields, so we hope that we see you in Treasure Island at the Gaelic fields soon. We have the United Irish Cultural Centre with huge ambitions to the future. The Irish Immigration and Pastoral Centre helping people day in, day out, the Irish Network Bay Area, and many, many other organisations. You look out for each other, you reach out a helping hand, a friendly, warm hand to other communities, and I want to thank you for that. So I wish you all a very joyful St. Patrick's season. Guramila Mahagath. Thank you.
Thank you, Consul General Smith. And now I'd like to introduce Celtic Voices for their performance. Thank you for being here today. Mary, you're welcome to do it as well. Okay. This is a special song from County Laois, where the Grand Marshal is from. Is that correct? All right, County Laois. Thank you, ladies. voices for the beautiful performance. And now I'd like to ask Hilda Kassane to come forward. Hilda is president of the United Irish Societies of San Francisco.
Thank you, Joanne. I just have a few remarks. I'll keep them very brief. That's what I was told to do. And if anything, I do what I'm told. I just want to say that I'm thankful for being here. I'm very honored to be the new president of the United Irish Societies. Liam has left me with big shoes to fill. Wanted to let you all know that our supervisor, Matt Dorsey, who is a parish member of St. Patrick's, will be hosting our after ceremony event down in his office. So please make your way down there. I was in there earlier. I noticed that they have a very cool Guinness face picture machine. So I think there probably will be a line for that. Let me sneak in and grab a pint. Just wanted to say thank you for everybody. This has been a big honor for me. I'm very grateful to Mayor Lurie, to our Lord Mayor Boyle, Mihal, Penny Coulter. There's so many people, I can't thank you all. I mean, I would just individually thank everybody. Dermot, our chairman of the Cork Sister Cities, very appreciative. So that's my day for you. Goodbye.
Thank you, Hilda. And before moving on from United Irish Societies, I would like to acknowledge also Liam Frost, former retired SFPD, neighbor of mine, and literally made a citizen's arrest yesterday and helped save our neighborhood. So thank you for all that you've done. And before asking our next speaker, I would be remiss without also recognizing Mr. Dermot Philpott. Dermot, you and my father were friends, and I know Mayor Lurie alluded to 41 years ago the establishment of the Cork Sister City Committee and the many trips that you took, and you and then Mayor Feinstein initiated that committee. So thank you, and I love big city, small town stories. Teresa, your daughter, and I went to high school together, Mercy High School, class of 1982. So welcome, it's always such a pleasure to see you. And representing the Cork Sister City Committee is board member Jim Herlihy.
Thank you, Joanne. Mayor Lurie, Lord Mayor Boyle, Consul General Smith, and Chief of Protocol Penny Coulter. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming today to the annual flag raising. It's become a San Francisco institution, and it's our semi-official kickoff of the St. Patrick's Week celebration. So thank you for joining us. A little bit of history about the sister city. In 1984, then Mayor Dianne Feinstein called for the creation of a sister city between San Francisco and Cork. San Francisco actually has 19 sister cities, and the Cork Sister City was one of the earliest ones to be created. In 1985, then Mayor Feinstein led a delegation of 200 San Franciscans to Cork. You can imagine what a party that was. And in fact, Dermot was on that trip, and I think Kathleen was on the trip, so it was a terrific occasion. Since that time, the San Francisco Cork Sister City Committee has continued to broaden and deepen our relationship. We've had all kinds of exchanges over the years, ranging from education, business, investment, arts, culture, law enforcement, fire department, etc. We're looking forward to having our new mayor, I was going to say Lord Mayor, our new, I won't give you that promotion yet, Daniel. We're looking forward to our mayor, Daniel Lurie, leading a delegation from San Francisco, following in the footsteps of former Mayor Dianne Feinstein next year. And again, stay tuned. Hopefully we'll do it in the early part of the year, but I hope I didn't let the cat out of the bag, Mr. Mayor. In closing, I want to recognize that we have the Lord Mayor, Dan Boyle, here with us today. He brought a delegation from Cork. They have been visiting with the Chamber of Commerce, the Bay Area Council, down the peninsula, Apple, NetApps, etc. That investment is a two-way flow. We have a lot of Bay Area companies who've made their way to Cork, Ireland, and to Ireland as a whole. But as Consul General Smith mentioned, we also have much Irish investment into California from Ireland. So let's keep that in mind also. And again, Mayor Boyle, we appreciate the continuing tradition of having the Lord Mayor of Cork come every year, and this has been going on for about 6 or 7 years now, to raise the Irish flag, the Irish tricolor here at City Hall, and to remind all San Franciscans, and of course on St. Patrick's Day, everybody's Irish, but to remind everyone in San Francisco that San Francisco has very deep and real roots in Ireland. And again, we thank you for your successful delegation, your successful visit, and we look forward to seeing you in Cork with Mayor Lurie next year. Thank you, Lord Mayor.
Thanks, everyone, for your attention. We're getting close to our Irish dancers, but we have one more speaker, and that is our honored guest, the Lord Mayor of Cork, Lord Mayor Doyle. Welcome. Yeah.
Mayor Lurie, Consul General Micheál Smith, Chief of Protocol Penny Coulter, Fire Chief, members of the Board of Supervisors, particularly members of the San Francisco Cork Sister Committee, and very particularly Dermot Philpott, and Grand Marshal, members of the Cork delegation, and friends. It's a huge privilege for me to be present here today. On a day like today, we can think of the generations of Irish people who have come to San Francisco and become part of San Francisco's story, who have raised families here, who have worked careers here, who have made the city what it has become. And as visitors from Ireland, we are very conscious of that story, and we're very proud of those generations that have followed the initial generations who have come to San Francisco. I have the privilege of being the first Lord Mayor of Cork to have been born in the United States. I was born in Chicago. I didn't have much say in that decision. It was a circumstance that was brought about by my parents. But my family history is not that unusual compared to many people in this room, and I suspect in this city. My mother came from Cork. Her family actually lived on the main street of Cork, St. Patrick's Street. My father was an islander from Donegal, and fate would never have decreed that they would have met in Ireland. But they did meet in the United States, and myself and my sisters were a result of that meeting and that shared love. So part of me will always be American, but most of me will be Cork and Irish. And on a day like today, it's that shared history we have that has been at the strength of the relationship in particular between San Francisco and Cork. As already been mentioned, it's a formal agreement between sister cities that has existed now for 41 years. And that first agreement was signed by then Mayor Dianne Feinstein and then Lord Mayor Dan Wallace, both of whom have gone to their eternal awards in recent times. Dan Wallace sadly has passed away just a number of weeks ago. And I'd like to remember their particular individual contributions to the establishment of the relationship. But today it is a time for some formal words, but it's a more time for enjoyment of who we are and what we share together. And the biggest privilege I have in leading a delegation from Cork City, and for those who are part of that delegation, is experiencing events like today, but more particularly the welcome we've received over the course of the week, and the potential we believe for the deep affection and relationship we already have to become stronger and better in the decades to follow. Thank you for your courtesy. Thank you for the kinship that we share between our cities. And may we have many more occasions like this as we honor each other and our shared bond. Thank you.
Thank you, Lord Mayor Doyle. Appreciate it. And now, to close the program, I think this is everyone's favorite part. I'd like to introduce the dancers from the Murphy School of Dance. Following the performance, I'd like to invite you to stay behind for our reception, and there might be a little something down the hall with Supervisor Dorsey as well. Thank you again. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope to see you out on the 15th at the parade.